If there's one thing you get out of today's episode, it's that you should be watching Overwatch League. Greetings everyone, allow myself to introduce myself. My name's Jay Hall and welcome to the Bear's Den number 9. After 3 weeks of derailment, we're finally back on a normal schedule. I spent the past week laying in bed watching Overwatch League, which, I'm not complaining about. It was a great time, but I'm happy to get back to the grind. Up first, we have news, if you couldn't tell. Overwatch League debuted this past week. It was phenomenal in my opinion. The games are great, the style they presented in were awesome, the broadcasters were knowledgeable, there were tons of people watching. I think it peaked around 400,000 people the first day, which is great. Granted, the odds are tipped in any team with Koreans on them favor right now, but hopefully this will allow other people to practice against them, play against them, learn new strategies, and overall get better. As Papa Jeff said, we don't need to nerf Korea, we need to buff the rest of the world. Well said, Jeff, well said. Kim Jong-un must have them on a strict training regimen. I'm just kidding, Kim Jong-un, I know he's a great guy. I'm still for the Houston Outlaws, if you couldn't tell. I know they did go 0-2 this last week, but I know they will get better. Raucous will carry them to victory. And if you do check out anything at all Overwatch League-wise, check out Pine on the New York Excelsior. The man is a god. Nintendo had a mini direct of sorts that announced a few upcoming games for the Nintendo Switch system and 3DS, namely Dark Souls Remastered, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, with new funky mode, Hyrule Warriors, and Mario Tennis Aces. Now we just need a new Mario Strikers game. That is the best soccer game out there. You all be sleeping on it. And best of all, Super Mario Odyssey is getting free added content featuring everyone's favorite little brother, Luigi. You can all rejoice. Just kidding, it's really not that great. It's basically a hide and seek mode with balloons, so if you're into that sort of thing, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. The point is, they're adding free stuff to it, which is always a good thing. Now, what really stuck out to me the most was this indie game called Faye. It looks like it's kind of more a artistic platformer with music involved and how you open up the world using it and play the levels using that and all that jazz. I said that a lot there. But it looks really good, and I love me some indie games like this that are pushing the boundaries on what a game can be. Detective Pikachu is finally being released in the West. It came out, I think, a year and a half ago in Japan, and it's coming with a giant-ass Pikachu amiibo. This is the regular size Pikachu amiibo, and for scale, this is the massive Detective Pikachu amiibo. It's way too big for me, but it is still cool that they're supporting Amiibo. It comes out on March 23rd for 3DS. Destiny 2 got another developer blog post updating what they're going to be doing with the game to draw people back in. If you didn't know, they're having a lot of issues as far as endgame content. It's basically not there. It's locked behind purchasing things. I'll believe it when I see it. Bungie has been promising so many fixes for this game, and they have delivered on very little so far. Right now, the end game is basically purchasing loot from Tess Everest with real, actual money, as opposed to playing the game, grinding it out for that great exotic loot. Apparently, Bungie was surprised people are pissed off at this. Shocker that one is, Bungo. Worry less about forcing people to pay money for in-game content. Make a great game instead, and people will support it. And your company will be much better off in the long run. Xbox might be updating their achievement system soon. Avatar loot boxes, prestiging, it is infecting your operating system now. Quick, burn it with fire! Some good Xbox news though. Sea of Thieves is getting a closed beta coming up starting on January 24th and going till the 29th. This will only be for those who signed up for the Sea of Thieves Inside program before December 1st of last year, or who have pre-ordered the game. Seeing as how I have done neither of those, I will not be included, sadly. As for movies, Leonardo DiCaprio will be starring in Quentin Tarantino's Manson family film. He's still on the lookout for Tom Cruise, or not lookout, but he still wants Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie to star in it as well. I don't know who would turn down a Quentin Tarantino film. This is also Leonardo DiCaprio's first job since way back in The Revenant. Deadpool 2 is releasing 2 weeks earlier than planned. Now it's coming on May 19th. That's only 1 week before the Han Solo film is slated to come out, so we'll see how this performs with its legs going against Star Wars. TJ Miller is still going to be in Deadpool 2, and they have stated the main reason behind this is because they're in like final editing, and it would be really hard to do and have to push back the release date too far for it to be a viable option. As for his future in this franchise, I guess that's up to Disney now if the deal works out when they buy Fox. Now on to TV, John Wick is getting a TV series. Well, not John Wick himself, but a TV series in the same universe focused on the Continental, which, if you haven't seen the movies, go out and watch them right now. What are you doing? But it's a hotel for assassins, basically, where it's a safe haven, you know, no one can kill anyone there. It's actually probably the coolest part of the films. The series will be on Starz, and Keanu Reeves is a producer on it. No word as of yet if he will be involved as far as actually starring in the series. The Handmaid's Tale Season 2 has a release date of April 25th on Hulu. It's the best show on their platform, and I would recommend getting Hulu just for it. And word of warning though, if you want to watch this show, wait until the final episodes, because Hulu does it differently. They release them one a week until the series is done. It's like an actual TV series on, you know, DirecTV or I don't know, CNN. Do they have TV series? I don't really watch that much TV anymore. I just do Netflix. It's not like Netflix where they release them all at once. So if you're only gonna pay for a month or do a free trial, do it near the end of the show's runtime so you're not stuck paying for 3 months like I did with the first season. The Walking Dead has been renewed for a 9th season. Woohoo! Also, the previous showrunner, Scott Gimple, has been promoted to being the warden of all Walking Dead shows. So basically, Walking Dead, Fear, and any other spin-off they'd be cooking up right now, he's going to be in charge of. This show is in such a sad state for me. I used to be a huge fan of it back in seasons 1, 2, and 3 especially. I basically only watch it now when I'm working on something else just to drown out the background noise. It's basically the Call of Duty of TV. You know, it's popular now because it's popular. That's, again, not taking away from the earlier iterations, which were great, especially that first season. God, I love that first season. A little bit of random news here. This last week, CES took place in Las Vegas. Google took over, I guess. They paid for a bunch of advertising and it ended up like raining out their venue, so they couldn't use it half the time anyway. It was like the first time in a couple months Vegas had seen any rain, and it managed to sabotage everything Google was doing. There were tons of new gizmos and gadgets revealed. Will any of them see the light of day? I mean, maybe a couple. Will you be able to afford any of them? Probably not. I'll gloss over a few of the cooler ones that caught my eye. Razer unveiled Project Linda, which is essentially a laptop dock for the Razer phone, which I'm sure so many people have. I've never seen anyone with this yet. I mean, it looks cool, but Hyperkin will be releasing some cooler retro stuff coming up soon. First off, the Ultra Game Boy, which is a beefed up like aluminum version of an old school Game Boy. It can play your old games, has an LED screen and all that nonsense. And also the Duke makes a return, the original Xbox controller. It now has like an LED screen where the Xbox logo is, which apparently they wanted to do from the beginning, and now they actually have the technology to do that. Those are both coming up, I think, around March, April releases, looking to be probably $70 to $80 each. Vive Pro will be coming soon, and a wireless adapter. This isn't where I want to jump into VR yet. I want to wait for the third iteration. I think that's where they'll hit the sweet spot as far as nailing down what the tech can actually do. A few companies announced a 65-inch TV with 4K HDR 120 hertz, which is basically focused on gaming displays, specifically PC gamers. Sorry, consoles, you can't make use of that 120 hertz anyway, so you don't need that. And finally, autonomous pizza delivery drivers. So does this mean I don't have to tip anyone when they deliver it? Always tip, kids. As for releases this week, on Tuesday, we have Blade Runner 2049 coming out on, 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, the usual. I really liked this movie, so I'll be picking that up for sure. I mean, it is really long, drawn out, but I thought it was a great sci-fi film. The visuals were incredible. For games, we have Street Fighter V Arcade Edition coming to the PS4 and PC on the same day, and also Black Lightning will be coming out on the CW. Now, I don't know if I'm going to check out this show. I don't really like any of the CW superhero shows. The Marvel ones, like I said, I like a couple of them. Some of them are okay, and then there's Iron Fist, which It's bad. On Friday the 19th, we have Kirby Battle Royale. No, it's not a PUBG clone. It's coming out for the 3DS. And also movies, we have Den of Thieves and 12 Strong on Friday the 19th. I'm not going to see either of these. They look a little bit too, I don't know how to say, cliche. Maybe that's the best word for it, but either way, they don't interest me that much. As for me this week, as I stated before, I'm finally back on a normal schedule after 3 weeks. Tuesday will be Fortnite. Wednesday will be Overwatch. You can help me pick out my Overwatch League skins. I have 2 to pick. One will be Houston, regardless. And the other, I'm kind of open. I don't know. I might find a good looking skin, or maybe like McCree's skin for Pine, since he's such a badass. Thursday, we're going to be on our typical Telltale Walking Dead. It's going to be episode 5 of the first season, and also the DLC. We should be able to get through both of those on Thursday. Friday, we'll be doing more Fortnite. Overwatch is back on Saturday. Be warming you up for the Overwatch League that night. Oh, and if you don't know, Overwatch League is on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Typically in the evening on Wednesday through Friday, and in the afternoon on Saturday. So if you want to watch those later after my stream, I highly recommend it. There are probably going to be some good games on. On Sunday, we're going to be actually finishing up Alien Isolation. This is a game I streamed a long time back, way back October on Halloween. Couldn't quite get through it. I played it for 14 hours straight, or actually 13 hours straight. That's right, it was a 13-hour horror stream. But it is a really long game, and I probably have 4 to 5 hours left. So on Sunday, we're going to be knocking that out, getting that finished, finally, once and for all. That's not to take away from the game. It's a really great game. It's just a little too long. And as far as videos, I want to get back into the Mario ones, and since I can actually sit down and work on them. We have yet to see, but I'm over the sickness and the back issues, so thank God I can get work done. And now for some shit I got this week. Like I said, back issues. Well, no more if you haven't noticed. This guy right here. I got myself a Secret Labs chair, the Titan. And my God, has it already done wonders. Like, my posture is 10 times better, and it helps support me way more than my old Office Depot chair did. Hopefully that's the end of the back issues for me, and it provides many years of gaming. I love it so far. And also, I finally snagged some Super Mario cereal, amiibo included. It's delicious. I braved Walmart for this stuff, and if you know anything about me, it is that I hate Walmart. It is one of my most despised places on this earth, right up there with Ohio and wherever the EA headquarters is located at. But in all honesty, the cereal is just Lucky Charms, so don't feel too bad if you're not able to find it or you missed out on it. Don't pay scalper prices. It is not worth that. As always, all the links for the crap I spewed out today is all down in the description below if you want to read into more detail. I always try and find the most relevant links for it, you know, straight from the source or something that, you know, I think does a good job portraying it, so you get it right from the horse's mouth, or as close as you can get to it. With that said, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Next Monday, same time. I'll catch you on the flip side.